juice. America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my install. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only got the.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now look at this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. Steps away to his left and fights him off. Just keeping the play alive. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got Curse. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuck from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leopard. Leopard. All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
11. 372.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's able to find Diggs. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Bortles. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Set. Green 39.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go. Omaha.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's go, let's go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Omaha.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the gun, it's Bortles. This is Bell on the dump off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Lucy.
Bortles going to throw. And that is incomplete. Matthews the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Bortles. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And fights through one man, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 54 Ricky.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go.
On play action, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half?
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They go play action with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
All right, here we go.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now let's go.
Now it's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
I think they need to make sure they get together on that route because that's a curl, all right? Timing is everything.
That receiver anticipating turning around, having the ball already halfway there, threw it short. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Now let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now.
Set. Green 80.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Green 80.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hank.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tony Jefferson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Bortles. It's complete to Diggs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Bennett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Bortles now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Green is it.
Now Bortles again. And his throw is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And an alley to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch him. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Hurry up, here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Time for a break. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Back to throw, Bortles. Caught by Snead over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Bortles. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.